The rest of the NBA should be horrified when they look at the Milwaukee Bucks right now. The Bucks are scary with a new 1-2 punch off the bench and playing well, winning 6 straight. The Bucks are coming for the NBA. What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Nathan Burton, here with Bucks Digest, your number one source on YouTube for all things Bucks. Thank you for being here with me today. I am going to get right into it. We're going to talk a lot today about Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. has been playing out of his mind lately. He was instrumental in the big win the other night against the Timberwolves. I'm going to talk about what he means to this team, where he fits in down the stretch, and what it looks like going into the playoffs. We're also going to talk about Bobby Portis' return and our potential first round matchup at the end of the season. First, I just want to mention to you guys, please hit that subscribe button. You guys have been running it up for me. I really appreciate it. If you're digging the content, hit the button. Please and thank you. So let's get right into it. Let's talk first about the huge game against the Timberwolves the other night. You've been living under a rock as a Bucks fan if you don't know about this win. It's a 24-point comeback in the fourth quarter. The Bucks went on an improbable 34-3 run. It was amazing. I'll flash the score up here for you guys real quick. You could see 10 minutes left in the fourth. That's a 24-point turnaround. They ended up pretty much blowing them out. The final score was 110-103. When you see this score on the screen, that's insane. I'm going to talk to you guys about some of the players that were instrumental in this win. Giannis Antetokounmpo, of course, had another triple-double, his third one in the row. But I first want to talk about, of course, Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. has been playing amazing lately, and no different in this big win against the Timberwolves. He was instrumental. He was a spark off the bench. He scored 21 points, 4 rebounds, 5 assists. A career high 5 steals, guys. I just want to stop there for a second. We all know who Kevin Porter Jr. was when he came over in this trade. We knew he was a scorer. He could score all 3 levels. Yes, there were some efficiency problems with previous teams. Those haven't come out at all with the Bucks, which is nice. But we didn't know who this guy was defensively. This has been the biggest surprise since he came over in the trade. He is a tenacious perimeter defender. He's all over guys, making them uncomfortable. And he plays passing lanes better than almost anyone. He is constantly picking up steals, and that came out huge in this game with, like I said, a career high 5 steals. Very timely ones. The one at the end of the game with the lob to Giannis comes to mind. I mean, we need this guy to play both sides of the ball. He gives us some different looks that we don't get with the rest of the lineup. He's been playing absolutely amazing, and this game was no different. I mean, he even got in a little tussle with Rudy Gobert that seemed to spark the team. I mean, Kevin Porter Jr.'s background, we've heard about the behavioral issues and stuff. If he's going to bring that kind of energy, then I'm glad it's directed at Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves or any other opponent. I found it kind of funny when I read that on the bench, it was Bobby Portis talking to the coaches saying, you got to calm Scoot down. You got to calm Kevin Porter Jr. down. He's getting too live. When you hear Bobby Portis, of all people, talking about a guy needing to cool it, you know that guy is getting high energy and getting hyped. We just like to see that energy directed at the other team. It's good to see in that respect. I mean, I just want to bring this graphic up I pulled from Twitter because I agree with it. No drama, no obligations, no gimmicks, just good hoops. That's what we've seen from Kevin Porter Jr. All the off-court question marks have gone away, and he's been finally allowed to just play ball. Now, I'm just going to talk about the trade that brought him over here at the trade deadline, because this could go down as one of the biggest steals, well, for the Bucks, maybe in their history, and definitely of this year's trade deadline. This is the last 10 games. Kevin Porter Jr. is averaging 14.7, 5, and 4. I'm basically 50, 40, 90. MarJon Beauchamp doing basically nothing with the Clippers. Guys, this is a fleecing. I mean, MarJon Beauchamp was a guy that was not in our future plans. We declined his player option before the trade. It's not very often you take a guy that you had no intention of having a future with, and you get to flip him for a guy that makes an instant impact like Kevin Porter Jr. has. You really love to see it. So let's talk a little bit about not just Kevin Porter Jr., but the entire bench for the Bucks. I mean, in this game, Giannis was the only starter in the positive. Of course, a team high plus 26. All the other starters in the negative heavy. Kuzma, Lopez, Prince, and Rollins, all negative double digits. And then you see the bench, the opposite, positive double digits, plus 10, plus 22, plus 18, plus 18 for Porter, Trent, Portis, and Green. So this has been a topic in Bucks circles, on Bucks Online. People are saying, are we starting the right guys? Because this has happened a few times now where the bench is out playing the starters. We have young guys starting. We have unproven guys starting. And there's been some call for changes. Now, it was interesting to read this quote from Giannis Antetokounmpo after the game. He is quoted as saying, "Those guys play hard. Those guys bring energy. They could be our starters. Why not? They move the ball great. They play for one another. They compete defensively, and they did an incredible job." So it's interesting to hear your leader, your team captain talk about the starters like that and the bench like that. I mean, if Giannis believes that some of these guys can be starting, of course, Bucks fans are going to go wild. Now, I'm of the opinion that it doesn't really matter who starts a game. It matters who finishes a game. And you're seeing these guys like Kevin Porter Jr. and Bobby Portis. They're playing down the stretch. They're playing in the fourth quarter. I don't necessarily think a starting lineup change needs to happen. You start the game with Ryan Rollins in the game. He takes less risks. He is more of a system player than a Kevin Porter Jr. Kevin Porter Jr. is more unpredictable, can be more flashy, is going to take more chances. So I don't think it's really a problem to try to start the game steady with the young Ryan Rollins and then have Kevin Porter playing down the stretch. I mean, he plays most of his minutes down the stretch. He scored 12 of those 21 against Minnesota in the fourth quarter. So if they continue down that road, and as long as these guys like Kevin Porter Jr. and Bobby Portis, our key guys off the bench, are getting big minutes down the stretch, then personally, I don't think it matters too much who's starting. But I do want to know what you guys think on that. If you think we should be bringing somebody else into the starting lineup, let me know what you think in the comments down below. But let's get back into it. I want to talk a little bit about Bobby Portis. Bobby Portis came back, and as I called in a previous video, he did not miss a beat. He's been participating in all team activities and whatnot, and he came right in with 0 rust, 18 points, 10 rebounds, double-double, and he played awesome. Bobby's been quoted by the team as being like the heart and soul of the team, and it's clear that they needed him back. I mean, Kevin Porter Jr. was quoted in terms of the comeback. He said he saw how the game was going and his dynamic came out. He huddled us all together and said, "Is that how we want to go out?" He said, "It's been a long game and this win will be a little bit of how the playoffs feels." So we definitely heard him and we responded. So it's awesome to hear that Bobby Portis is still in that role as a team leader, a locker room leader, and a guy that people respect and listen to. That's why he's huge for this team. We know what he does on the court. He's a scorer. He's a rebounder. His defense could be better, but he is such a voice in a locker room and such a positive impact around the team, and that shows. I mean, once again, I'll quote Kevin Porter Jr. here. He's been pumped for Bobby to come back before they even touch the court. He said he's great. He's a high IQ guy. He's very vocal. He's a leader, and that's going to help us a lot. I think it will be easy, us coming off the bench and having that two-man punch. So it looks like, at least for one game, that worked out. Kevin Porter Jr. and Bobby Portis both played well and played well off one another. I really like to see that continue. That could be huge for the Bucks. Now, another thing that should be mentioned here is the crowd response at Pfizer Forum for Bobby Portis. We heard the chants again of Bobby, Bobby, Bobby from the Bucks title run. Portis himself said he hadn't heard that in a long time. The crowd was as loud as I've heard them all year. Portis came out and said, this is my first year playing for the Bucks in the 2020-21 season. When I first started hearing the chants, it was like I got chills. I ain't had the chills since that moment, but tonight I felt it all over again. It was a surreal moment for me. So that is awesome. It's good to see that the fans are behind Bobby Portis, behind the Bucks, believing in this team again after winning 6 straight and looking great. I mean, Bucks fans are going to remember this comeback for a long time. It was unreal to watch. I was losing my mind at the TV, as I'm sure a bunch of you guys were as well. So hopefully Bobby Portis can keep playing at this high level. We love him and we love what he brings to this team. So let's look forward a little bit at the playoffs here, guys. Right now, the probabilities say there's over an 86% chance we're going to play the Indiana Pacers. I think if we go into this matchup with this squad intact, whether or not Damian Lillard comes back from DVT, which we do believe and hope he will at some point before the second round, sometime in the first round, that's all still up in the air. But I think either way, with the squad we have and the way they're playing right now, they can take down the Indiana Pacers. I can't wait. I hope it plays out how it's supposed to. We get revenge from last year, and we're looking at a series where we can build towards the rest of the playoffs. So that's it for today, folks. Let me know what you guys think about the matchup against the Pacers. Let me know what you think of Kevin Porter Jr. and whether or not he should be starting or somebody else should be starting. Leave a comment down below. We'll be back soon on Bucks Digest. Let's go.